welcome to Everyone Racers,
a show designed for the world of low-dollar racing and oddball car culture.
It doesn't matter what kind of Lemmy Champ or Lucky Track Dog league you run.
SCCA or NASA, we don't discriminate.
as long as you drive it hard and built it yourself.
Join us each week for tech discussion,
Tips, tricks,
as well as news and notes from the world of amateur endurance racing.
whether it's on the spot.
hella sweet,
Or we're lucky enough in Chrissy.
Chrissy.
I give you just the tip.
We're sure you'll giggle a little.
And learn even less.
Everyone report to the paddock.
This is Chris.
This is Chrissy.
I'm Tim.
And I'm mental.
And we are Everyone Racers. Welcome to a Mercedes V-Class episode.
Ooh.
The third generation V-Class, chassis code W447, was launched in 2014 as a full-size MPV to replace the R-Class. However, it was marketed as a successor to the Mercedes-Benz Viano. Sales commenced in Germany in May of 2014, with European sales following in June. The Vito has been sold since 2015 in the United States and Canada as the Mercedes-Benz Metris. It was launched for the 2016 model year. At the time of its introduction, it had the least expensive starting price for a new Mercedes-Benz model in the United States, with the Metris starting at $29,945.
Wow.
The Metris is assembled alongside the North American Sprinter at the Mercedes-Benz Vans plant in Ladson, South Carolina. For the North American market, the drivetrain is limited to a single choice, a 2-liter turbocharged gasoline-fueled 4-cylinder with a 7-speed automatic transmission. The United States Postal Service purchased up to 30,000 right-hand drive Metris vans as part of the commercial off-the-shelf vehicle program announced in 2018 to replace and upgrade its fleet of delivery vehicles. The Mercedes Metris was discontinued after the 2023 model year in the U.S. and Canadian markets due to poor sales and discontinuation of the exclusive gasoline engine that powered the Metris.
Wow.
Yep.
They are out there and they are affordable. They've all got like a gajillion miles on them because they were Mercedes.
Tim,
But
you're on
yes.
mute.
I was waiting for mental.
Oh, okay.
You're
doing charades, so it's a. Go
I
ahead,
see
sorry.
those and they will tow an open trailer. They are tempting.
Neal Losey, the reclining seats, like every Lemons race, Neal's like in the car, recline, night, see you tomorrow.
Sleep in my car. It's cozy.
Fantastic.
Excellent.
Excellent.
So, what are you all working on?
It's
Because
been a
it's
bit.
been a few weeks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Right. We're gonna start with Tim this week. Timmy, what are you
All right.
working on?
Well, I apologize for making last week unobtainium, but I
were
was
part
in
of that too.
California.
It wasn't just you. Yeah.
Yeah, fair. But it was like, I was like, yeah, there's not one day this week I can actually do it. So I went back to California for a short period of time, mostly for the fundraising event that we do every year for PJ Hope, which is helping our Patriots everywhere. So it's a veteran-focused event that we do at Pebble Beach. It's really cool because it is a couple of days leading into Car Week. So you see all sorts of shenanigans, which I posted a small video on the socials about that. And, it's just a couple cars like sitting in the parking lot,
Yeah.
a few
Lambo,
$1 million.
Koenigsegg,
Zonda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In
Panaganda.
Imola Pagani. Yeah.
Mhm.
It was stupid. And then more stuff showed up later, and then all these things driving around. So it was crazy, but it was really cool. We had our largest fundraise of the year, thanks to some new partners. Liberty Media, a couple of people that are just like amazingly generous.
Liberty Media, the same people that own Formula One. That's awesome.
No, ish. Not exactly.
Yeah.
But we raised $1.15 million in a 2-day event. So
That's fantastic.
Wow.
Now you've
Not-
talked
not
about
too
this
shabby.
before. What you said works with our Patriots. What do they do?
we provide Out of the bare minimum, like entry level, we provide free golf instruction to veterans, whether it be and active duty as well. So it's a 7-week program. You can sign up as a veteran to go to one of the programs. We have 72 of them in California. They're all over the country. We do them in the spring. We do them in the fall. And we just ask that you commit and show up. You don't have to have any experience. We'll provide you equipment. We do all the things. And it was originally, our thought was this was going to be helping veterans that have disabilities, physical disabilities, lost an arm, lost a leg, like can't in a wheelchair. Like, how can we get them, a little bit of normality into their lives after, what they've given for their country. So, but what we found is that 90% of the people that are coming to this are just folks that are struggling after being out of the service, right? Like getting out of the service and being back into the populace is way bigger of a deal than the government, sadly, has put resources for. So a lot of times, I mean, the number is stupid. It's like 4.5 veterans a day commit suicide.
It's actually closer to.
Is it higher than that?
It was 22 for the longest time, and now we're still hovering about 17. But that's why I wanted you to talk about it, because you've done this, and even like some of the folks that we've come across, Major from Ranger Road, he does that.
Yeah.
He's like loves golf, and it's just find a thing that gets them out of their shell and gets them out of their own head, gets them talking with other people, hunting, fishing, racing, whatever.
Yeah.
Golf.
Yeah.
And it's a wonderful program. So I appreciate you going into that and, humoring me on that one. So it's a great event. I love it.
It's great. I've been doing it for 10 plus years, and like the impact that it's had on me, like personally and emotionally, is like way beyond words. It's crazy. It's crazy to see. And I've said this before, but like I've had guys come up to me and pull me aside and shake my hand and say, you literally, this program and what you guys are doing has saved my life. Like I was ready to like just go away and be done. Like, no, I don't know how to deal with it. So it's a sad reality of where we are with our veterans, and we can't support them enough. So awesome. If you want to support it, PGA Hope, go to pgareach.com. You can support any of the sections, whether it be California, New England. There's so many ways to do it. And it's literally $25 can put one veteran through a program. It's not expensive. So
and we're having that link in the show notes. And also just on there, if you've got a veteran friend, family member who's struggling, send them that link. You never know.
Yeah.
Quilting, whatever their thing could be, man. It's just about getting people out there, getting them out of their own head. There was the thing that I'm working with, Curtis, he talked about when he took off the uniform, he didn't realize that he was taking off his entire identity. And it is part of the thing where even if it isn't your entire identity, it is woven into every single aspect of your life. So every part of your life gets the nerves ripped out of it. So you gotta, there's just, it's not easy and no one talks about it.
Yeah. It's like astounding if you like want to take the time to dive into it and talk to some veterans that are like in the dark place. It's astounding where they're at and what little support they get. So please donate. It's like a Denny's meal. It's nothing. Like literally.
It's like better than a Denny's meal. Like I feel like you will be so much more fulfilled in so many ways than a Denny's meal.
Yeah. And you won't poop your pants out afterwards.
Right?
Yeah. So
compelling.
So after that, I got back to Maine and started working on more garage stuff. So hanging more sheetrock. I am really struggling with the layout of the second floor. We've got an area that's fairly large. I think it's 13 by 18, which is going to be the gym. And then in the other space, there's going to be like a living space and then a bathroom. And I've got to work it all together in one a new thing like that has changed my perspective on this is we are moving to Maine full time in April. So we are selling our house in California this spring.
Just got everybody in the same time zone, or at least within an hour of it, and Tim's got to screw it all up.
Wow.
Yep. So if anyone wants a 9-foot tournament pool table, I've got one. I will sell you very, 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 very cheap. Like, the price of a meal at Denny's.
Get it out of
Donate
Get it out of my basement, yeah.
donate to the PGA. Do that to the PGA Reach.
Totally.
We'll get it to you.
It's a legit table. It is. I love to play pool. It is a 3-piece slate table, Ollenhausen table, Simonis cloth. The pockets are shimmed 1/4 of an inch on each side, so it's hard. Like it's a pool table you practice on if you want to get better. So if anyone is dumb enough to partake in that sport and want it, let me know. We can figure it out. But so yeah, now I've got to get I got to get a lot of things from a California house into a very small house in Maine that already is full of things. So that's a lot of stressful planning going on. So like Neal posted a lot of stuff when he was like getting rid of things from his parents. I'm going to do the same thing, but it's going to be my stuff. So stay tuned. There's a lot of stuff that's going to be coming up. And then, to move back to Maine and things that I'm working on as far as cars, I am super needy for some hardware right now. So my 59 El Camino, I am trying to get all of the trim pieces on. I've got a new fuel tank I need to put in. And what I don't have is zero. I have zero hardware to put anything in. So I've started a list of things that I need for all the trim pieces, clips, stainless steel screws, bolts for all the things. So it's going to be a very in-depth process to figure out what I need and to start to get that on there. So off we go.
Looking a little more rural in Maine for an old hardware store that is about to go out of business before the winter, and go to their wall of hardware and just say, I'll have that.
Yeah.
Gesture at the wall.
Yeah. Yeah.
With the buckets and the things. I'll just
all the things. Just
like I want the fixtures. You name it. Like the little drawers that slide out with the thing, when you lift up like shoebox. Yeah. I'll just take all of it.
Yeah. So I've started looking at like OPGI and some of the other, classic car places that have the little clips, like sheet metal clips. And I'm going to spend hundreds of dollars on hardware easily. Like that's if I do it on the cheap. So that's the next phase. So I've got to get that done. I'm working a deal with a guy.
I'm going to send you a link of a guy that had a bunch of my El Camino parts in Oklahoma City.
Yes, please. Yeah. So there's also a spot in California, not too far from me in Fresno, that supposedly is like the holy grail of 40s and 50s cars. And they've got the same stuff like Biscayne and Impala. It's all the same stuff, right? It's like they just used GM parts bin stuff. So I'm going to go there and see what I can find. And at a minimum, I can take pieces off and see what it is. And then I know what I need, right? Like if it's in bad shape, I can at least figure out what the hell is supposed to hold this thing in and how it works. And then I can go from there. So a lot to do.
Well, you're going to have the whole time, the whole winter. It'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll have many winters. to do it.
Yep.
So there's that. So I'm gonna have to get my accent.
Winter project was invented, I think.
Winter, yeah. I'm spending the winters in Maine now.
Oh gosh.
It's either that or ice fishing, but I don't think you hate your family enough to go take up ice fishing. So
No, I have a giant garage. I don't need to go ice fishing.
good.
Mental. What about you?
So I have spent the last 2 weeks. It's all VW. So I've been working on the Land Speed Carmagia. I was welding the tabs for the smoothies, and I've got to get the smoothies, pull the glass out, working on putting the Lexan in there. I ordered the scale so that I can approximate where the parachute needs to hook up. And in doing so, also managed to finally sort through my collection of Formula V stuff and get that labeled and organized and put away, because I'm not getting to that anytime soon. And then just because it all still VW, it's all VW, I was working on the 912 as well. So the transaxle has started to come back together. It has been, it got down into the hundreds. So we're grateful for the relaxed temperature here, but it's also been oppressive humidity. So yeah, I'm just not, I love that Porsche. I am not itching to get back in it. I got like another month before I'll probably be happy driving that one to work in the morning. So I'll keep sticking with the Hyundai that has air conditioning right now. So that was what yeah, just I've been an air cooled VW guy for 2 weeks now.
Interesting.
Anybody that's friends with you guys on Facebook is probably at least a little jealous of what y'all were doing.
A little bit.
Let's hear about it.
I didn't even post day 4 or part 4. We decided we were going to explore the what do you want Chris, do you want to talk about
Southwestern Colorado, the San Juan Mountains, all that area. So
beautiful area.
Durango, Pagosa Springs, Durango, Mesa Verde National Park.
Yeah, it was backwards, but yes.
Telluride,
Silverton, Ouray.
Ouray.
All that kind of stuff.
I don't know. That's what we always just like sarcastically mispronounced it.
Yes. So Chris did some car work to make sure we took the Range Rover, make sure that it was all good before we left.
Yeah, before we left, I said, I should give this thing a once over. You know, it's an old Range Rover. What could possibly go wrong before taking a
You could take an old Range Rover from Pennsylvania to Oklahoma to avoid a hurricane like that. It's no big deal.
Well, if it's one that I owned previously, then yes. So I looked it over and I said, what is this orange stuff leaking down the bell housing? That's not supposed to be leaking. And I look around and I find the valley of the engine is full of coolant. Why is this happening? And it hadn't gone down that much, but it was definitely leaking, and it wasn't the kind of thing I was going to go take on a long trip. So I start looking around, and all the cool stuff is kind of right on the front top of the motor. And Jaguar, in their infinite wisdom, made the outlet of all coolant out of the engine through into the thermostat housing a piece of plastic. And that piece of plastic, the end of it where holds the O-ring where it goes into the thermostat housing assembly thing, just broke. So it was seeping. So this was on Tuesday, and we were leaving for a vacation on Friday. So, okay, find old Jaguar parts. Let's see what we can do. So, but managed, know who had it? Rock Auto. God bless Rock Auto. $28. It's about $28 too to get UPS next day air to get it here in time so I could install it.
Don't forget to add your wipers.
Oh right? No!
I wanted this small box like I did
now because I need it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it's next day air and I'm paying the equal price for the shipping as the part, I'm not even getting the wipers. Just give me the part. I don't want to hold this up at all. So, yeah, that came Thursday. Installed that after work Thursday. It went perfectly smoothly. Actually, everything went fine. It took a little bit to burp the coolant system after that, but it all worked.
And then we went for a walk and then found a puddle underneath, and we said, well, I guess it's continuing to burp a little bit more, and then it was fine.
And then it was fine the entire rest of the trip.
I'd say now you guys have had enough British cars to know that is also just how you measure if it still has that particular fluid.
Yeah, like that's all this thing leaks though. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But now it doesn't even do that. It just burped up a little out of the coolant reservoir when it got hot. We were going up a steep dirt road at low speed on a hot day. So that was early on. And then it was fine, including driving over Ophir Pass on a loose rock shelf road to 12,000 feet. Like.
Isn't that the one that Chrissy had in news and notes that somebody
It was not.
Oh, okay.
That's
I
Black Bear
said somebody
Pass.
in a rental car.
I said that at the end. We had gotten to the end of this road, and I was like, "Is that the road that somebody tumbled off of?" And he was like, "No, not that road."
No, that was a different one. We were at the other end of that, but that's Black Bear Pass is tough enough that I would want to make sure to do it with some people I knew, probably because it's a tough one.
And not me, because not me is really what it comes down to.
Has a mild stroke the entire time. Rough road.
I'm not really great at off-roading at this point, and I'm
The
just
Range Rover will drive up and over anything. You look at that and go, "Wow, that's steep. That's a big hole. Like, man, this is going to be tough." And it just whatever. Low range rock crawl mode. It just walks
Okay.
up the things. Like,
All right.
okay.
Yeah. Neal, if you don't know this, they actually Chris, sleep deprived, bid an insanely low number on this high mileage Range Rover and bring a trailer and woke up the next morning to find out he won.
No, it was midday, but
Well,
he
it was
had
midday. I was like,
Oh
"There's no way they're taking
no
this
one's
bid."
bidding. No one's bidding on this. Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh no.
right, and I'm in a meeting, and Chris is like, "Do you want to buy this car?" And I was like, "It looks kind of nice. Give me a little bit of time." And he was like, "Well, we just bought that car," and I was sitting in this meeting. I was like, "Well, just bought a car, so there's that." So
I still use that example when I talk to people all the time. They're like, "Oh, I want to meet and marry someone that's a car person like I do." I'm like, I've got some friends who are like that, and they love it, except there's no safety. There's just no guardrails.
No checks and
Do you want
balances.
to buy a mid-engine Japanese exotic car and fly to Florida to get it? Yeah.
yeah, let's just do that. Yeah.
Daily drive an old Range Rover? Sure. How bad can it be? Right,
But I will say, all of you, and I gotta keep this kind of low. All of you guys posted as pictures of the cool Range Rover has gotten Vicky kind of longing again because she did love the disco. So
This one has been better than the disco, because this car tolerates me, unlike the disco did not tolerate me.
Car's a champ. But it hauled us everywhere we were going with the bike racks on the back with the 2 mountain bikes, and I got a
Rooftop tent and
rooftop tent, the bougie RV fridge, all the stuff. Like,
we basically lived out of it. I mean, we did a lot of camping, but we did and then we did the other half of Airbnb type small hotel type places just so we could get a shower and sleep in a real bed. Though the tent and our setup is so good that we probably didn't need to, but it was worth taking the time to do it. So we went mountain biking. The only thing I have to add to that is that we did a bunch of hiking. We did a bunch of mountain biking, and
if you're in southwestern Colorado and you like mountain biking,
Oh
go to a
my
place called
God.
Phil's World. It is
oh my God.
unbelievably good.
And I decided to eat some dirt there, and also dislocated a pinky. I'm still suffering from a very badly bruised rib and a very badly bruised leg. So that happened.
do I need to have a conversation with Checo? Do I need to have a conversation with Checo about how
This
that
is
mic
Senna.
needs to be pointed? Or Senna?
Senna.
Senna, stop doing
No,
that.
I can see Checo. She's over here.
Anna is very excited that we're home after being gone for a week. I've just put her
So-
down. She's like, "No, I'm coming back up to your lap." It's like, okay, that's how this is going to be.
So I got hurt on Monday, and all my coworkers was like, "You just kept going." I'm like, "Yeah." So Chris did a field expedient repair on my finger because I bail. He realizes I don't get up, and then he comes running over, and I am walking with my finger pointed the wrong way, and I was like, "This is bad. This is bad, bad, bad." And of course, that's what I hit when I fell and slid. I'm looking at the finger that is bent the wrong way, and I was like, "Oh no, oh no." Chris says to me, "Are you okay if I try to relocate it?" And I was like, "Well, it's already screwed up. Like, if you're gonna screw it up worse, how bad's it gonna be?" Yep. And then he points it this way and cracks it, and it's fine.
I love that this is how we know you still got a new job, because you kept going because your old job would have been like, So you just didn't even go get a CAT scan or nothing.
Right. That's why they're like, and I was like, when am I going to go to urgent care in tiny Cortez, Colorado? Like, that seems like a terrible idea. I'm like, I can still move.
Doc Johnson says rub some dirt on it and take a salt tablet.
Yeah, here's some whiskey and a stick. We're gonna fix it.
I can pull on it real hard, or we can cut it off. What do you want to do?
And I was like,
pull on it real hard.
Yeah, in the middle of, and they're like, you didn't keep biking, and I was like, well, I was far away from the exit. I got it. Like, I can walk or I can just keep biking. And then as soon as I got on the bike, I'm sorry, my rib hurts so bad I can't breathe. So I get back on the bike and I was like, oh, I am hurt. It's not even just my finger. It's like the rib is really. I'm sure you all have hurt a rib or bruised it or done something like that. It just sucks.
At my age, that kind of crap happens like when I sneeze.
Well, I can't do any of that right now. It's just I have this little half-ass cough because that's all I can muster right now.
If it helps you at all, it doesn't get any better.
No,
Sorry.
but I did this to myself. So I think the handlebar when I went down, it went into punched right into my rib. So. Anyway, and we did a 8.5 mile ice lake hike. That was half of it was straight up. That was the part you didn't see in the pictures. You saw this amazing lake, and then you didn't see the downpouring rain. You did see us in ponchos because it was downpouring rain while we were hiking straight up. And all of this is after I hurt myself. So we kept going. That's what we do. We just got home on Sunday. So
this from Chrissy. Harden the fuck up and go for a walk.
Basically, what Chris was like, you're hurt. And I kept saying in my head, no, I'm badass. So there. That's how I replaced it in my head of like, no, I really am hurt. But that's all. We're just going to keep going. So.
But I am hurt, but I am also a badass.
That's correct. That's correct.
Yeah, not mutually exclusive. In fact, kind of helps you to be hurt if you're a little badass. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Much better excuse of how you got hurt. It's like, well, I got out of bed wrong versus
absolutely.
And that's coming. And that's coming. And your only consolation will be that time I ate it on a mountain bike doing like 40 in a high speed downhill section. And then hiked 5 miles up of a cliff face. It was fine.
Yes.
Yeah. When I ripped my hand open on a barbed wire fence when I was drunk, I decided to just tell people it was a rappelling accident.
Yeah, right.
I
have a similar story, but I'm not going to tell it. It has to do with some scratches on my arm and how I fell down. But that happened before the biking incident. Yes.
She's in charge of safety, by the way, her whole life.
I'm not right now. Yeah. Yes, and you still go mountain biking. The funnier story is that Chris has taken me mountain bike a couple of times and I've done very poorly. I've had a very bad time. I've gotten hurt. And so I come back to work and I keep saying, oh, went mountain biking this weekend, was really tough, got really hurt. And then I come back again and they're like, should you keep doing?
Yeah.
I'm like,
this was really good though.
It was. This was better than the last 3 times that Chris took me somewhere mountain biking. But to their thought of like, you sound really bad at this. And I'm like, okay, I am bad at this, but, and everybody was like, at least it wasn't a collarbone because apparently that's very popular when you mountain bike.
So how's your life insurance policy?
I don't know, Chris. How's my life insurance?
I can tell you this.
It better not be too good, or this is a Dateline episode.
It excludes mountain biking. That's for sure.
This is going to be used as evidence.
Yeah, exactly.
When I start pushing for us to really
needs to be respectful, but yeah.
I've said no to rock climbing. We saw a whole bunch of people that were doing difficult side of cliff. I was like, I'm out. No, we're not doing that. I'll go mountain biking. I'm not doing this.
I'll say of everyone on the screen right now, you're probably the best equipped to rock climb, but yeah.
I don't want to. That's what happens, especially after getting.
Not with a broken rib. That's for damn sure.
No.
Bad pinky. You got to shove that pinky. It's an important piece.
You know what's great is that I pinky up everything now. Like I can't bend it enough to eat or write or anything like that. I just basically I'm just pinkies up all pinky.
Because I've showed you guys this, how the one pinky won't straighten out because I fractured this one years ago, and I'm like, they put a cast on me, but I was in Mississippi in the summer, and I'm like, nope, that's got to come right off because I don't like the way it smells, and I don't regret it even now. Do not regret this at all because that was such a bad smell, and you really can't fix a pinky. You're just screwed. It's
it's still swollen enough for me to figure out if it's actually bent or not, but
we'll see. It's better.
You think it's better. You're the one who fixed it. Anyway,
that's right.
We've got a guy on here.
Here's a guy.
Your pinky is Citroen better.
It is Citroen better. That's what it is.
Speaking of being better, we have a guest on here now.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
You've heard the voice, and if you've listened to any of the Lemons, anything, you are definitely going to recognize it. It is national effing champion Neal Losey.
Multiple.
Neal,
that's right.
Neal, what you working on?
Well, three main things. So Joliet, which was about a month ago, I've been sick since Joliet, and I've been trying to get over that. I got some kind of weird cough that put me in the emergency room for a while. And that they didn't figure out what it was because, that's what my insurance would give. A little bit of time in the emergency room and then some cough syrup and prednisone. And then that didn't work. Then I followed up with, I couldn't see my doctor because that's the way it is. So I saw the PA and he told me to take some other stuff. He gave me some cough suppressant.
Whiskey and a stick?
Yeah, that's what I should have done, actually.
Rub some dirt on it.
So the first Monday I went to the emergency room. The second Monday, for the first time ever, I was sitting on the edge of the bed and I started coughing. And then I started to figure out, why is my head wedged between the dresser and the bed and my ass straight up in the air? And how do I get out of this? Did I just decide to lay on the floor and rest for a little bit? Why am I here? And then when I got up and I saw that the dresser drawer handle was broken and my shirt was torn and my shoulder was torn open, and I realized I honked out. And so I've been dealing with that. And then they gave me meds this past weekend from the med stop because I couldn't get it back into my doctor. And they gave me meds that put me in AFib for 3 days. So that's what I've been working on.
Crap.
Okay, I say this as a product of government medicine. Your doctor sucks.
Yeah, they kind of do. Our insurance through my public radio company is the best as they can do, and I appreciate it. But it's more like catastrophic insurance.
I feel like you'd be better off with Chris. Let Chris try it.
Yeah, exactly. What do I do about this cough?
Here, pull my finger.
I did actually just do a neti pot in my nose, and I seem to feel better. So maybe I needed to just do that the whole time. But
gosh,
I'm starting to come around. So I was working on that. The other thing I'm working on is getting my affairs in order, not because of the cough, but wine harvest is coming up on me rapidly because we're about a month ahead in California because of a big heat spike. And the place that I work usually starts picking in mid-September. They've already picked an acre or about a ton of Chenin Blanc and about a couple tons of Zinfandel, and we're supposed to start picking Syrah this week, which is a month early, more than a month early. And so I'll be like deep in that for about 3 months. So I have to get myself all in order to be ready for the harvest. And then the car thing is, if anybody's ever had a car that is a family car that their mom bought when it was brand new, like when she was 20 years old and she bought a 66 Mustang in October of 65, had 0.6 of a mile on it, and you still have it. When those cars sit around and you're the one responsible for keeping going, there's a guilt factor involved when you want to like tap out and get something else, but I can't tap out. So this car's sitting there. It's been it needed some rust repair. So it went to a guy who.
So wait, back up.
What car?
What is it? Yeah, what is it?
A 66 Mustang.
Oh, blue. Okay, awesome.
My mom brought her 66 Mustang when she was 20 years old, brand new in October 65. It had 0.6 of a mile on it. She's done all the work on it over the years. My mom's 80 now. But when I call her about it, she lives too far away because she's done all the work on it over the years. And so she stripped all the trim off of it before and painted it. And she swapped the engine in 1972. When she bought it, she could only afford a 6-cylinder. In 72, she said, man, that ain't enough power. So she put a 289 in it when she was in 1972. She did that herself. I didn't pick up all of that stuff because, as you that have raced with me know, I am a terrible mechanically. I don't understand any of it. But
You're a great themer, though. You're a great themer.
My sister and my mom are amazing. They're like, my sister she rebuilt the front end on it. We both drove it in high school. And so my sister built the front end on it. And, but anyway, it's sitting in my driveway. It was supposed to go get a new paint job. The tweaker that took it. Well, I was told he wasn't a tweaker, and then he took it and he, I don't know, maybe a crackhead. And he blocked it 7 times and put about 3 inches of putty all over the car from front to back. And then I got a kid to work on it, and he stripped it down and repainted it, but didn't finish it. And the trim, my mom took most of the trim off, and the tweaker took some of the trim off. I don't know where it all goes. I got a big pile of trim. I got a pile of glass. They broke the windshield, and it's sitting in my driveway taunting me all day long of, you got to get me back together or this new paint job is just going to go away. And I mean, the car runs. It's just sitting there in this state of complete, like, in pieces everywhere. So it's gnawing at me every time I see it. And I need to, I go out and put the F of the Ford back in and go like, okay, I don't know what to do now. And then look at the next part and call my mom and send a picture of something like, what do these clips go to? And then, she says, I wish I could be there with you to help fix it, but try to put them here. So anyway, that's what I've been working on. So a bunch of stuff, plus getting ready for Concourse.
Speaking of badasses, your mom's kind of a badass.
My mom's amazing. My mom is amazing. She's such a cool lady. And she was when I would break a toy when I was a kid, I'd look at my dad, who was a cowboy and a very avid reader, but couldn't fix anything. I'd look at my mom and say, Mom, fix my toy. And she would be the one to fix it. And so she's always been the one that fixed everything in the house. And, she's better when she has a project. When she doesn't have a project, she starts to get a little cuckoo. So she misses her car. She was trying to figure out a way to get it back down there with her. She's 80. She wants to keep working on it. And I wish I could get her here just so we could work on it together and get my sister back from Africa and all 3 of us could work on it and get it done. I need help to get it done. I'm better when I work with other people. But anyway, so that's what I've been working on, a bunch of stuff, and just trying to get it all. Like, it seems like a lot all at once, but
you successfully didn't die. So that's,
yeah. I feel like I'm through that part.
Yes.
And we'll see.
Die.
We'll see where we go from there.
Seriously, don't take this as like just a dust off. You woke up wedged between furniture after going to sleep. I'm really happy you're not dead.
Yeah, me too. I mean, the amount of time it took me to figure out why I was on the ground troubles me a little bit. I didn't realize it until I saw broken furniture and a torn up shoulder and a bump on the top of my head. Otherwise, I was just like, did I just take a nap on the floor?
It happens and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, naps on the floor do happen.
Yes, but not in that.
Yeah,
that's
through the furniture. Yeah.
This is why a couple of years ago when I started having like vertigo and some issues, I got a whole battery of tests on that kind of stuff. Because
apparently they won't test him. They're just like,
no.
They're just gonna give you you some more cough medicine and whiskey and a stick.
Cough medicine and prednisone. I think you're gonna be great, and then send me on my way.
We may have found a contributing factor to the.
Oh. Okay.
Well,
that was a lot.
Thank you for joining us.
Wow. I'm glad you're here.
We have a show to go to do it.
Yes. Thanks for prying yourself out from your dresser to come on the show. We appreciate it.
All right, let's move on. It's news and notes time. So people that have a lot of money do really dumb things sometimes. Matt Hadji from the Autopian writes about the first Ferrari Luce. It's probably Luce, whatever it is. Tailor-made.
Lame Che is what it really is.
Lame Che, yes, which was supposed to go for just over $1 million, went for $40 million. Sold at the RM auction in Monterey, California. The Luce, that's what I'm going to call it, was listed as chassis number 0, and the bidding started at $1 million, quickly shot to 5, then up and up and up and up. So this is not your normal electric car. The Luce features 4 electric motors producing a combined 1,035 horsepower. The front 2 motors combined are good for relatively pedestrian 282 horsepower, whereas the 2 rear motors are at 835. Apparently, the interior is pristine. There's paragraphs and paragraphs of how impressive the interior is. No surprise. And it's super special, and that's what you would expect from buying a Ferrari. The auction was for charity, so 100% goes to the Ferrari Foundation, which apparently is very vague for a charity, and it's just nobody knows what it does. And so, according to the Ferrari spokesperson, they partner with groups and give them money at their disclosure. Yes. Sounds sus to me. Either way, someone now owns a very, very expensive Ferrari that is just a write-off for other things that they need to balance their checkbook.
That is Ferrari charity gold star rating of 0.
As money laundering. That is.
Yeah, like you just spent $40 million on a questionable electric car. You're a Bond villain. But good on you for giving some money to charity. Why don't you just throw another mill over at the PGA thing that Tim does? That's all I'm saying. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's great? To the front of the list for every specialty Ferrari to ever come out after this.
Sure.
What's crazy is they've made 500 of these, and in the States, everyone just absolutely pooed on them. Like these things are ugly. They're terrible. Chinese market sold out immediately. So it's kind of a success, right? They made 500. They sold 500. Okay. Well, let's see. Yeah. Let's see where the next chapter is on this one. This is very interesting.
Apparently, they're mostly like black and white. They have black interior, and they just talk for paragraphs about like this beautiful, this and this and the trim.
Because they have to, because they want to get on the next press trip for the next exclusive Ferrari, like Chris was just talking about. Yeah. You know who doesn't make $40 million overrated electric vehicles? Honda. And I know that why I was assigned this one, but I'm a Porsche guy, but I do love me some Honda. Now, Honda is interested in letting you own a piece of racing history. And Andy Kalmowitz at Jalopnik tells us about the Honda Racing company, Honda Racing program that is going to be giving rich racing car enthusiasts opportunities to own and even track old, iconic, production-based GT cars and purpose-built prototypes. Now, there's no word on the pricing or how many people are going to be selected to own them, but you probably don't have to spend $40 million on a $1 million car. None of us are getting in line anyway, but if you are getting in line for that, let us know. We got some good charities for you. The first car that's going to make its way on that list is the Sebring winning number 26 XM satellite radio AGR Acura ARX01 powered with a V8. It's going to spearhead HRC's new venture at the Quail on August 14th, so 5 days ago, and it's kicking off. It was kicking off the Monterey Car Week festivities. So if that's something you're interested in owning or you want some cool old Honda merch, Honda is willing to help you do that. It's pretty dope.
Why not? Do it.
Great.
So I spend a lot of time on the road driving around, and sometimes when I'm driving behind a car, I'm like, who named this car and why did they think that was a good idea for a name? Well, Dan Roth at The Drive reviews a new Ford pickup named the Fathom and how Ford workers don't even like the choice. They were hoping that the Ford would dust off a name of an old badge, but apparently Ford doesn't think that it's a good idea to mix a brand new EV model with memories of gas guzzling machines of your
Ding Bucky.
Mustang.
Yeah.
Weird. But apparently, it takes a lot of time to name a vehicle. And there are professional agencies that are called in and paid for help. But oftentimes, big brands will just push back. And one professional that was asked for their take on this name, they said, I think Fathom is actually a pretty good name for something, but not necessarily for this truck. And they probably should have dug up a legacy name. Not because of nostalgia, but for branding efficiency. Ford has spent more than a century building equity in names like Bronco and Mustang and Maverick and Ranger and F-150. And it's that brand equity that you don't have to pay to create. Starting from scratch means every marketing dollar now has to teach consumers what Fathom is, or I don't know, like Aztec, before they can say,
hey, Aztec is legendary. Watch your mouth.
Yeah, it became legendary. Yeah. So this happens often with not just cars, but other things that have brand identity issues that will often lead to the demise of the product. But somebody had to put their money and stamp of approval on it. I'm just glad this isn't on us. So if we care to fathom who came up with such a terrible idea, we can put them in the show notes.
I've always liked the car naming thing and thinking about where I like boardroom theater of how some of these car names came around, that sort of thing. Because you think of it, Altima is just a thing that we know now, but like, it kind of has a name that sounds like it's reaching for something, but it's still a made up name.
And it means exactly the opposite of that now.
Now it does, which I love.
Yeah. This is the Altima of, pocket knives. I'm not buying a pocket knife ever.
The other thing is it's crazy that this is Ford doing this, because I own a Maverick, and when the Mavericks came out and I would read all this stuff about them, the angry old men in the comments like, you can't name it a Maverick. A Maverick is the great car from 1973 that had a grabber edition, and they were angry about that.
It wasn't that great a car. The new Ford Maverick is a definite improvement upon.
Yeah. But I mean, it's the internet, so you got those guys that are going to do that. So they can't win. Everybody got mad at calling it Mustang. So now we need to come up with something else. One of my favorite car names, though, of course, is the Starion, because the story always is. I mean, it sounds great. It's a great name. It sounds like a good made up name, but it was supposed to be Stallion, and in the Japanese change of it became Starion. And that's how the Starion name came around, which I kind of like that too.
Actually, better, yes.
I sort of like all of these ways that this happens.
Fa ra 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 ra, the Starion.
Yes.
Tim, what time is it?
I don't think Fathom's that bad, but yes, Tim, what time is it?
It's time for Neal to show me yo junk.
Well,
what?
Yeah. Sorry, Neal. I didn't know he was.
Welcome to the show, big boy.
Hey, are there any Volkswagen fans out there? Even though you really shouldn't be, we've got a friend, Tom. We'll put you in touch with him. But here is a well-built, well-used, and very well-loved Rabbit. Now, it's got no logbooks, but lots of cage stickers, and it's got some degree of racing and rally pedigree. It's got a nice little collection of scuffs and scrapes. Solid, reliable car. Comes with a clean title. The engine is a 2-liter ABA block, 8-valve, 1.8 water head. It's got dual side draft Weber 45s. They're not talking about what kind of cam it is, but the guy in there says someone familiar with it is the larger TT cams. They've got spare transmissions. They've got an LSD. They've got custom built. They've got a welded diff. They've got a really nice final drive on it. The brakes are all working. It's got a propulsion valve. It's got a great roll cage, suspension. It's got all the adjustable coilovers. It comes with 3 sets of, because it's from Minnesota, Menards ice racing tires, because if you've lived in the Midwest, there is no Home Depot, there is no Lowe's, there is only Menards. Menards is the great one. Anyway, they've got ice racing tires on that. It's coming with a set of 13s and 14s. It's got Sparco wheels, Falcon Azzinis on there. They've got 200 tread wires for an extra $600. Couple of boxes of various parts, axles, transmissions, engine. They've got a separate full race engine, which just guarantees you'll be replacing it Saturday night. Welded dev for another $600. Now it says you can get all the pictures, and why is he telling you can get all the pictures? Because they've only got 3 pictures on the Racing Junk ad. Come on, man! You spent all this money and all those words. You couldn't fork out the $20 for a pro membership to take pictures of all these extra spares, but
they're cheap. They're selling a $3,000 Rapid.
Fair. All it would take to make this car street legal is adding blinkers, unless you live in Nevada, where it doesn't matter. All that matters is that you have a title. It is in Stillwater, Minnesota for $3,000, which, as Chris just mentioned, it's a cheap car. This is if you could not go lemons racing with this one, you could absolutely go like rally crossing with it and have a great time.
Damn you, Chris. Or if you were going to live in Maine full time and needed a car with studded tires to go ice racing that happened to live on a lake.
Just happened. Or if you live in Colorado, they used to ice cross up there.
NB Miatas with coilovers can just get raised up a little bit and get studded snows on there.
He makes a point. He makes a good point. This is
only
exactly
somebody had one of those.
Yeah.
Whenever we sit there, like Racing Junk doesn't give us any money. They just reached out and talked to us, and we like the people that we work with over there. And whenever I find myself so fed up with all of the crap that I am seeing on all the social medias, I go to Facebook and my pulse drops because
Racing Junk.
I'm sorry, Racing Junk. I go to Racing Junk and my pulse drops because you find cool stuff like this. So do a little joy scrolling, or you know what? Drop $3,000, send pictures of the cage to Pagel, spend another $1,200 getting it fixed, and have a good time.
Yeah, do that. Okay.
Or bring it to Maine.
Bring it to
We'll go
Maine.
ice racing.
Okay. Upcoming races. There's a Lucky Dog race coming. But we don't.
It's the Snoop Dio Double G Lucky Dog, but we have no information on it. So next.
Wait, seriously? When? Because it's not even listed on their. Or it is. Oh, sorry. My bad.
We just didn't do anything about it.
Oh,
so
I have like the Southern Dog Delight down at CMP next month. I did not. I missed the Lucky Dog one. Sorry, guys.
Okay, recent results time.
Oh, so our buddy Jeff Stobbs, and we'll be talking to Neal kind of about this later because they had the Pacific Northwest Rally this weekend.
Hell on Wheels, I think, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah.
Yep. Callie in the house.
Yep, Callie.
So, the rental class winners, and I love that. Like, yes, go and do a rally and rent a car. And if you're going to rent a car, rent a 2026 Chrysler Pacifica because it's perfect. So, congrats to the House of Odd for their rental class win. Third place on points went to the Ricers, and these guys, I met them for the first time at Sonoma. Amazing guys, like so fun. They showed up with all of the aero made with Amazon boxes, with packing tape on their car in a 2005 Infiniti G35 sedan. These guys were amazing. It's like such a great attitude. It's really cool to see them going to do a rally as well, like totally embracing all of Lemons. Second place on points went to the 1959 Edsel Ranger from Team 10 Years Later.
That's right.
Well done.
Ah, so good.
So close. Yeah. But the winner was...
Sorry, that was a lovely segue that I completely missed because I was trying to bring up some images. Your winner on points was Vans from Japan, and they had a 1993 Mitsubishi Delcia, which full up like camper edition. It was sitting up. It had all the lights on it. That thing was effing majestic. Loved that thing. To watching all the rally on that one. Your judge's choice, International Harvester, our buddy. The guy, he doesn't have a phone. He doesn't have any cell phone. He doesn't have any social medias. But I love that Mike Harrell brought out his Volvo 66 GL, which, it's the DAF, which he also managed to also race one of those with Spank at Buttonwillow last year. That was great. Your random acts of stupidity was the unlicensed nuclear research in a 1982 Mazda RX-7. Not just an RX-7. This one was a V8 swapped one with pipes coming right out of the hood. This was it was rolling probable cause. Such a wonderful car. If you watched any of this on the hashtag Lemons Rally, and your organizer's choice was Viva la Volva and the Sausage Party in a 2012 Smart that they had painted up purple, and they had matching uniforms to go on with it. They were involved in all of it. In fact, if I can do this quickly enough, here they are right here with them, their uniform, the car, the whole 9 yards. They did all of this. This was just a fantastic effort. If you're just listening to the show and you don't know if racing is exactly what you want to jump into, but you want to dip your foot into insanity, like fun insanity, not body parts in a freezer type insanity, Lemons Rally is the way to go. We've all done them. We've all had such a great time on a Lemons Rally. It's, I'm going to say, family friendly adjacent. If your kids are older, but yeah, it
depends on the kids.
Depends on the team.
Yeah. Okay. Depends on the kid. Depends on the keen. But just look at it. Like this is her going through the whole 9 yards on the all the entries in there. So that's them. And then
I will say this is Jen and her brother. I raced with them. They have the Subaru Brats.
Yes,
they're amazing, and they were Wonder Twins. And they would activate in the form of different things throughout the weekend. And the other cool thing that they did is they adopted 2 stray puppies that were found on the rally, and they've taken them back to Arizona. They are now theirs, and they found these puppies that were left behind, and they adopted the puppies during the rally.
Which just proves that Lemons people are the best people.
So wait a minute. I've told this story a few times now. I've chatted with Jen a couple of times at the track. She's amazing, really chill, super cool. Dude, her husband's the lead singer of Tool.
You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that. I was what?
The thing about Jen is that
what?
She is amazing on a whole bunch. She's a winemaker. She owns a record store. The record store
music store too. Yeah.
She has a coffee roaster. She heads this organization, or she's big in this organization called Women in Vinyl, that are all women in the industry of pressing vinyl. She is a falconer. She is a survivor, which she learned how to falcon when she was getting through some health issues. I mean, she's an amazing person, and she runs a race team, and she does rallies. She, in a lot of ways, to me, she outshines what Maynard does, because Maynard's just a rock and roll guy. Well, he does one too.
Totally.
They do all this stuff. She's an amazing person.
But that was the point. I was like, I knew all the things that she did. I was like, oh, so he's amazing. Like, she does all these things, blah, 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 blah. And then it was like, oh, and by the way, I was like, wait a minute, time out. Like, that's like, there's no way you could do all of those things. Like, there's no human that's cool enough to do all of those things and then have like a rock and roll husband. Like,
she's also judged the Lemons race, and she's one of the nicest people I've met too. And she can also hold her own in a mosh pit. So it's all pretty cool.
Awesome. Yeah, super cool.
Anyway, so, the other cool stuff about I want to mention this as a California native. There should be more people doing the California rallies, only because California is an incredible state. It's an amazing state, all the things you can see. There's so much beauty in the state. There's so much weird stuff still. It hasn't all been blanded out yet. it's just the rallies, and I mean the rallies everywhere have amazing stuff to see. But I'm a big proponent of people seeing all of the amazing stuff that California has to offer while dressed as Wonder Twins, driving a smart car or whatever. It's a great
bridesmaids out of a limo. It's fine.
It's just a great place to do a rally. I mean, everybody will say that about their spots, but I happen to be a big proponent of all of the different things that you can see in California: desert, ocean, mountains. It's all there, and it's just it's all incredible to see, and the fact you get to go do that on a rally. More people should be doing rallies anyway, because it's just a great experience with great people, just like the rest of Lemons. But in this case, you're just doing an amazing road rally with all these weirdos. It's just I hope more people take advantage to do these in the future.
It really is. It's a chance for people that may not want to go racing to still get to understand the kind of Lemons madness.
Different kind of outlet.
It really is. Yep.
Right.
Okay. So let's start feedback time. Oh wait.
Now we haven't gotten a lot on the YouTubes, but we've had a lot of people sending us stuff, messaging us on Instagram and on Facebook. And well, basically me and Tim are the only ones that get that, but it's still cool and we love it. So keep doing that. But if something strikes a chord in you in one of the episodes, please type something into the notes on the YouTube and be like, if I'm only typing this because Mental said I should say something. But I got a lovely text from Alex because he appreciated his shout out on the episode a couple of weeks ago.
So my favorite comment though, so I posted something from Spanish Bay, the lodge, with all the expensive cars that Mental showed earlier, and Rob Bear just replied, yawn.
Yeah.
Well played, Rob.
Yeah, well,
Yawn.
And he gets to say that because of what he's done. So yes, that's
yes.
All right.
Okay, it's actually main topic time now. Yay!
What is the main topic?
Well, we mentioned that we had the rally, and the rally came to the end at the Concourse de Le Mans, which coincides with Monterey Car Week. And I believe it was at Pebble Beach. And it just so happens that we knew somebody that was at the Lemons tent. So there they are. $1 million cars, $40,000 Ferraris, and Pagani Zondas and all of that. And then there's a DAF, and Judge Shelley was there, and among many other things, there was some of the other. Who else am I? Paul brought the 41 Ford.
Paul was there with the Ford. Yep.
yeah.
Yes, and my
Overzet was there.
My personal favorite came from Overzet because this amazing Chevy Impala wagon that is an IOE winning masterpiece. The Red Fang wagon itself was also there and was being decorated and had all kinds of cool stuff. And if I'm not mistaken, is no longer in the possession of Chris Overzet. Has been used to fuel the madness for a new rookie team somewhere in California as well.
Well, you may not realize this since Chris is the guy, but that was my car. That was a project of me. And
that's why I was leaning into it. It was Chris's post. I'm sorry.
Chris, unfortunately, has been the guy that it landed with because if it landed at my house, it would have never gotten done. And then it sat at Corey's house for a year and a half while it got caged. And then it sat on Kristen's property in California for a while we decided what to do with it. But we did the thing we wanted to do with it. We got IOE with it. We did the Red Fang theme, which had been a dream of mine for a long time. We got the band involved. We did all of the stuff we wanted. The band wanted to drive it. The concept of us getting it to someplace where they could be to race it. They all wanted to drive it all together, by the way. All four of them wanted to be in the car at the same time during the race, like in their video. And we knew that wasn't going to happen.
There are limits, guys, even for y'all.
So I decided that we had to let it go. And so Chris decided to bring it to this. And then on the way home, some young guys, they're all dairy farmers from Visalia. They're very excited. They went to a race at Buttonwillow. They wanted something better than a BMW. Chris listed the wagon for $3,000. He took it
which
to
is
them,
a steal.
Since it stopped running during Concourse, he gave them break on it, and they are so excited. They're going to bring it to Buttonwillow, and we're going to have a team of rookies, dairy farmers, 22-year-old dairy farmers from Visalia. They've got themselves the Red Fang wagon, and I'm really excited to see them with it.
I am judging Buttonwillow. I can't wait to meet these guys.
Yeah, I hope it works out that they'll be there.
By the way, you're totally going to Class C, guys. I hope you're listening.
The concept of having that car there, though, was so Shelley, Judge Shelley, got put in charge of putting this booth together for Concourse because, weirdly enough, the racing side of Lemons has never, ever had a booth at Concourse Lemons because we organize like that, and so they put Shelley in charge, and she kicked ass and got this all together. And I helped her since I knew teams in California. She wanted one car that was kind of a racy car, one car that sort of showed the best of how you could build something into a racy car, and a crazy theme car. And so we got the Red Fang car for the crazy theme car. We brought Anton's Volvo for a car that you could build up into a fun, fast car, but still looks like it was pulled out of a field. We tried to get the guys with the Mini, the almost average Autosport, since it's just a Mini with a cage, that they would go out and race, because that's part of Lemons too. They couldn't make it, so Tired Iron brought their Miata, a car that has raced in more races than any other Lemons car, 64 races. They had to do an engine swap because their engine was still burnt up from Thunder Hill. Mike Mercado said, we have to put a new engine in it before we can take it to Concourse. We might be working on it on Concourse. They got it there.
Which would have been amazing, by the way.
Which would have been amazing, of course.
Yeah.
They actually got it there. But Chris had to work on Red Fang because as I'm waiting for Red Fang to get there and it hasn't showed up, I look up and Red Fang is being pushed into Concourse by Buttercup, the horse, with the wheels sliding sideways across the grass, with no power because it died on the way to pulling it on there. So then Chris was working on it most of the rest of the morning to get it running so we could take it to the new guys. And while people were painting all over it, we wanted to give people a sample of one of the penalties. So we were trying to give them the Bob Ross penalty, but we gave people paint pens and let them go to town on the Red Fang car. One of my favorite things was Welcome to Traffic Week, because that was kind of one of the themes of Car Week this week, of how bad the traffic was. And there was a bunch of other bunch of great stuff on there, but it was a very Lemonsy thing, and I think we really represented Lemons well. It was cool. Shelley did an amazing job putting it together, and the cars were the perfect ones to have there. And it was amazing to talk to how many people didn't know there was a racing side of Lemons. And we're giving away free passes to the 20th anniversary race. I know it's a free race, but actually giving the people cards to go to the race, and they were excited about that. And it was a cool
find
scene.
us. Come see the El Camino. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah. We had an amazing 14-minute video that got edited together that was just for this, that the person who does all of our video work did. And the video is amazing.
John Griffin.
John put together this killer video that I wish everybody could see. It can't really be on YouTube because there's some copyright strikes against it. But the video is amazing. And so many of you, all of you were in the video at some point. It was supposed to represent the history of Lemons. And there's so many great memories that he got together in this 14-minute video. It was like inspiring to be able to talk people through it while they were looking at some of the stuff. And we gave away a ton of, I gave away a bunch of my old race patches, and we gave away a bunch of new stickers. And we had people play Twister and put together puzzles and paint on the car to try to give them some ideas of the penalties. And it was a very, very positive thing. And it was hopping. I was so busy, I didn't even really get to look at any of the cars. Oh, Buttercup, I mentioned being there. It wasn't officially part of the Lemons thing. It has been in the past. Buttercup, the car with the horse on the roof, they built a slide on it this time, and it was one of the most popular things. Everybody climbed up on the car, got their picture taken on the car, and then rode a slide down Buttercup off the other side.
Oh,
Wow,
fantastic.
that's
So
awesome.
That was killer as well. It was really a thoroughly cool event.
Wow.
Yeah, it is
Amazing.
great.
So we had Alan on the show many weeks,
Many years
months
ago.
Many
years ago.
Yeah.
And Alan's a great guy, and how he stumbled into Lemons is as interesting a story as everybody that shows up in Lemons, because it's one of those things. But he's not here. Sorry, we're selling you out, Neal. You are here. What is Concours de Lemons?
So, it's as far as I've only gone a handful of times, but it's the type of car show that I would like. It's the most interesting cars to me to look at. I mean, much like Rob, I see kind of hypercars and supercars and all that sort of stuff. And they remind me of the Hot Wheels when I was a kid that bored me the most. I like the weird Hot Wheels, I like the rat rods and the Studebakers and things like that. So I see those and they're kind of like, yeah, I guess those are neat. But for me, Concourse de Lemons is where the weird cars go. There's a section for weird Japanese cars and a section for weird European cars. And there's a section for cars from countries that don't exist anymore. And there's there was an ex demolition-derby car, like a 50s station wagon, that old school kind of demolition-derby car that the guy had put back together and drove there. The thing was fantastic. It was beaten to death on every single side. And that was his entry. There was an old truck. Unfortunately, I was so busy I didn't get to see the type of truck, a ramp bed with an R5 on the back of it that was just there and amazing. There was tiny little cars driven by men who were way too big to be driving tiny little cars. And speaking of that, Crazy Mike, #1, Mike Kimball, won an award for
normal, well-adjusted Mike. We call
his
him,
Marcos Mini, whatever. And Crazy Mike #2, Mike Harrell, won an award for his DAF, which had just done 2,500 miles of rally. The CVT was starting to give up, and they were metal to metal on brakes, and he still had to drive it home to Washington State from Monterey at the end. So that was
He's amazing.
Yeah,
he's amazing, by the way.
He drove his Velarex. He drove his Velarex to the Race of Pacific. Which is basically it's like 1-inch tubing welded together with canvas, and he drove that on the freeway.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Terrifying.
Yeah. Anyway, so there was all, there was a lot of that type of thing, and just so many different types of cars, and just so that's the concept behind Concourse, as far as I can. Dead brands, weird brands, cars that have a sense of humor. The year it was supposed to be Alante, the sponsor, is when the Alante group got mad at Concourse and for making fun of their Alantes. But it's just a really fun thing. John Ficarra was there, and John's raced a couple of the cars that were there in the lineup. He's raced the Volvo before, and he's raced the Horse. And Ficarra's quote that I really liked was, Concourse de Lemons was unadulterated joy, and Car Week needs more of that and fewer and less tech bro posing. And
from the top rope with a metal chair.
Tech bro posturing. So anyway,
yes. Yeah. So Neal, question for you. So for those of us that have never been, what we all know is that they turn the 18th hole of Pebble Beach into like the grandiose car display area. Where were you guys at? And we were like, what days were it? Like the show goes like Wednesday to Sunday. Like, how many days were you there? Like talk more about the details in case somebody wants to go. How do you plan it?
So ours is the Saturday, just on Saturday, and it's from 8 in.the.morning until 1:45. They send the cars through for the awards at about 1. And it is on the Seaside, which is a smaller town next to Monterey. Seaside City Hall lawn. That's where we are. It used to be in just an open field. The field is across the street, and it's like a ball field or something. And we're on the Seaside City Hall lawn, and it was packed. There were so many people there for that event, and there were people handing out tons of stuff, and there were lots and lots of kids, and lots of kids getting involved in the stuff, like painting on the car and sliding down the horse. And it was just, that was really cool. And there were families there. There were a lot of locals, because they could just drift in and check it out. There were some rather colorful locals that, there were a couple of homeless guys that went down the slide. That was pretty good. Because you can just drift in.
That's not chocolate.
So, it's a great vibe. It really is. I haven't done a lot of the other stuff because I don't run in those circles. I saw a lot of the cars, but it was just joyful, and there were a lot of just Lemons type people there that maybe don't race Lemons, but they really love their weird car, and they love showing their weird car and talking about their weird car. And Chris Overzet goes every year with whatever weird thing he has to take. It's been Buttercup a lot because the horse thing, he was taking tick marks on the side one year of how many people got on the horse, and he had like 175 people got on the horse in a 4-hour period or something like that. So it's got a great sense of humor, and the cars are just, to me, they're just more interesting because there's so much variety there. They don't all look like hypercars or whatever, and so it's fun. And they're old cars and square 70s European boxes and all kinds of stuff. So it's a great vibe. People should check it out, and it's all part of the whole Lemons world. We talk about this. There are actually 33 Lemons events this year between rallies, concours, and races, and they're part of the whole family of what Lemons is, and they're included when you talk about 33 events for the year. And so it's a cool part of it that I think there's a great chance for people to cross over and do all three things, and they'll find something that they like in all three spots. So anyway,
and you'll definitely find your people. It is just such a.
It's for sure.
I have waxed poetically repeatedly about how just the entire family of Lemons makes me feel better about who I am.
Yeah. You have a tattoo, mentor.
Absolutely. Yes. Because, I'm weird, but I'm not broken. Look at all these successful people who do this.
A lone weirdo is much scarier.
Yeah. I'm a normal weirdo. I'm a normal weirdo. I'm not a dangerous weirdo.
Right. Yes. I was saying, because I don't know if a lone weirdo is less scary than like all of us wearing bridesmaid dresses walking into a gas station, but yeah, we're less threatening.
An organized group of weirdos.
Group of weirdos.
Or at least you consider that we might be doing something rather than just, is this your normal outfits, or are you in costume?
Costume with
we encourage weirdo-ness. It's a good thing. So yeah, that is fantastic.
I will also say at the booth, there are a lot of people, everybody was excited and in a good mood, but there are a lot of people, a lot of locals that are really excited about the anniversary race. I think there are going to be a lot of people there, especially since it's free and they want to see, a couple of the cars that were there are going to be in the race. The Buttercup, the horse, is in the race, and the Tired Iron Miata's in the race, and
the Ford. The Ford's in too.
And the
Ford, baby.
The Volvo 544 is in,
of course,
and the Ford is in. And when I was pointing that out to people, they were like, "Wait, those cars are going to be racing at Laguna Seca? Those cars?" And yep, those cars are going to be racing at Laguna Seca. They're like, "Oh, we have to see this."
And those cars will probably throw down faster lap times than most of the guys that were there for the vintage racing. Yeah.
So that was cool. I hope that they do turn out and see it. I think it's going to be a great representation. I think the 20th anniversary race is going to be photogenic.
Yeah. A lot.
Yes.
That's great. Well, it sounds like fun. We've always watched this from afar. We're not in California, but it always seemed like a fun event without a doubt. Yeah. Great attitude.
For sure.
Because they've done the one down in Florida too for the Amelia Island,
and they do one other one too. I think there are 3 or maybe 4 of them. Mm-hmm. I think if you take a look at it throughout the year,
they're usually associated with like this, hoity-toity car show.
Yeah,
but even true hoity-toity car people go, those are really cool cars.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not what I want to do, but it's cool.
Yeah.
or maybe it is what I want to do, but I can't admit that to my friends and family.
Yeah. Well, then come join us, because we're already doing it. So there's that.
Yes.
For sure.
Cool.
Feels like a good time.
Yeah. I didn't know much about it.
Yeah.
Did you have to pay to put a car in?
That I don't know, because we probably there must have been something to pay to get your car in. I can't say that for sure, because we didn't because we were since we were part of the Levens booth, bringing those cars was just Jay wanted us to have a display there, and he got Shelly to put it together, and so our cars were invited to be part of that. But I'm sure there must be an entry fee, and I'm sorry that I don't know that for sure.
It's okay.
But just to be able to put it on. But it's the prize part is pretty cool too, because they do have the parade that comes through, and as I was hearing the stuff like, so you brought a British car, so we got you your prize is some warm beer, and that's what they were getting for their prize packages. There's a little confetti shower for the winner. And they parade in to go across, and they get to talk about their car, and so there's prizes involved, but there's not a giant trophy. There's not a money prize either. It's a very lemony kind of prize packages that they put together as well. So it's just, from top to bottom, it's all the way around. The announcing is the type of announcing that you would expect, where it's very tongue in cheek, and the core of judges that are there are the same thing. They know what they're looking for. And
who was doing the judging and the announcing?
So the announcing was Ficarra and Alan were doing the announcing, and then because they've got their podcast that they're doing together too. There it is.
Yeah, the demolition.
That is the demolition derby car that was there that is now street driven.
This is so wonderful. Yeah, that is great. And this is from a local news channel. This whole TikTok thing here that they've got going on there. But I do want to get, because they talk. You mentioned everyone gets silly stringed, if you win. Yes, that's what happens. String. So there's Alan right there, and everyone gets the which just kind of resets the whole.
There's your best in show getting silly stringed. So
yes, that is the way God intended car shows to be: accessible and honest and real and fun. So great. Just a few. I think last year we had the brother and sister out of Oklahoma that do rallies, and they ended up racing with our friends Dean and Jackie. But she just coined this phrase, "pure dumb joy." And I'm looking at all of the media that is coming out of this, which is why I reached out to you when I saw that you were there. And this just reeks of pure dumb joy. Even if you can't have a hobby card, you can't get out there, you can still go and experience and be a part of this community and just like lean into the silliness and just, take a break from a world that, wants you to be mad at everything and just start laughing at some stuff.
Yeah. Some of the angst that I have seen in videos of Car Week this year, of people running into each other and getting mad at the big army of hypercars that came in with tech bros driving them and all that. There was none of that in this. Everybody was just in a goofy mood. All the attendees were in, the people that just came to watch were in a goofy mood, and it had just a great vibe. There was not a lot of angst going on in a crowd like that. It's kind of hard to do that when you're looking at those type of cars. I'm starting to have an idea of what I might do. I think I'm going to do a full adult version of one of those baby hideaway car show things. Get like a really creepy adult leaning against the car, a timeout adult.
Oh my god!
So it's what was the show during 2020 that everyone loved? The Korean, like the competition show.
Squid Games. Yeah,
it'd be like one of those Squid Games. Like it turns around and just looks at you. And
then, you can add that. Yeah. That's a
if
good,
only
that's a good
you had
one.
access to an army of really, really intelligent people that can build mechanical and electronic things that could totally create that.
Who would we call? Huh.
I feel like we almost get some emails on that one. Yeah. We'll get it'll be great. We'll get Anton. We'll get
Maybe
Chris
we'll get some
Bush,
listener feedback.
We'll get Overzet. It'll be fantastic. We will build a giant
Go down there.
string squirting robot from Squid Games that looks like one of those timeout dolls from all of the Don't Touch My Car shows.
Chris will make them out of like 42 Honda motorcycles. It'll be fine.
Well, what we'll have to do to Chris is try to talk him out of making it a flamethrower.
Usually not as excited to have things, especially at a car show.
Chris, you're going to hurt people. Yeah, people that are jerks.
Yeah. Yeah, stick to the karaoke canoe, Chris, please.
No, Chris. I'm talking about Chris Overzet, not Chris Bush.
Oh, too many Chris's making bad choices.
Are they well-informed bad choices, though? Because that's
Yes. Yeah.
Good call.
They're listening. They are.
Yeah.
So
I'm still waiting for the all Chris team that's supposed to form, by the way.
No, that was
God,
years ago.
we've been working on this. We have like 2 Facebook groups. Yeah.
we've gotten close with, like, we've had a bunch of us together. It's Chrissy and I and Chris Champion and Chris Blizzard. Like, we've all been in the same place, even.
Yeah.
and Overzet too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
My favorite one, and this was a Chris Champion idea, and it was actually the Button Willow race where you guys were there. And it was like the largest collection of Chris's we'd ever had. And the penalty was, if they got their third penalty, you have to, all right, tell you what, go find me a Chris and bring me a Chris to the penalty. And all the Chris's were in on it. And the team would come up and be like, hey, is anybody on this team named Chris? And somebody would be like, yeah. Like, hey, would you come for the judge's booth? And every Chris would be like, ooh, see, yeah, I got a tax thing. And you would just be as evasive as possible. So I give this to a team on Sunday. Go find me a Chris. They show up 7 minutes later with Chris Champion. He's like, why did you bring me over here? Chris, this was your idea. And he goes, crap. He'd stayed up all night wrenching on some car and forgotten about it.
Whoops.
Sounds about right.
So we push Lemons rallies because we love Lemons rallies. None of us have actually ever done one of the Concourse to Lemons, but I remember somebody bought Donnie's Cadillac Cimarron just so they could win one. And I think they did. But whenever it's possible, they try to have the rally end at this car show. Mm-hmm. And you mentioned the DAF or the Volvo, which is it's a DAF and some of the other stuff. But the rally guys from the Hell on Wheels, California, all showed up at this.
Oh yeah, they're across the street because they showed up and it was the trophy day, so all the trophies were given, and right across the street you could go look at all the rally cars too. Except the DAF actually came over for the contest and the show as well. But yeah, the rally ended up there. It was all right there as well. So the rally was there, the race was there, and the concourse was all there. One of the first times that all three have been in the same place at the same time, and we're still here to talk about it. It didn't bring on the apocalypse. It all worked nicely.
Maybe not the apocalypse, but it could have also been the same thing if Mr. T and Chuck Norris had ever been in the same movie. The universe would have imploded from awesome.
I mean, there was a 3.8 earthquake that day, so there's that.
Too much awesome in one place. But yeah, and there's something, we talk about I talk about the quadrangle of immaculates in Lemons racing, winning the IOE CBA, which has been done a couple of times, and there are a couple of teams that are close. But something that hasn't been done, there has never been a team that with the same car has won a rally, a concourse, and an IOE. The only car that's close is Buttercup. Buttercup has won an IOE. Buttercup has won a concourse, like an overall at concourse, but it's never done a rally. It's street legal. It should do a rally and see if it could win a rally, and it'll be the first car to have ever done that.
Yes.
Because none have ever done that.
Chris, the Colorado rally's coming up next month. I'll be at Button Willow, which breaks my heart, but you'd have support. Bring your kid. Let her drive. That
was one of his plans.
That's a brilliant idea. You would love Colorado, Chris. It's your kind of people.
Although Buttercup did go to a new owner. Buttercup has a new owner as well. a shop teacher in Brentwood for the auto shop teacher in Brentwood owns Buttercup now. And so he's bringing it with Chris to the 20th anniversary race. It'll be his first ever race.
He's definitely
I hope he
going to
brings
do
his
the rally.
students.
He's
I hope
definitely
he
going to do the
brings his-
rally.
He has to bring his students.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's not like there's not room in the car.
Or on the car.
Trunk.
Yeah, when Mike with his tired iron Miata was afraid he wasn't going to be able to get it to, we talked about just loading up in the trunk of Buttercup and bringing it in that way. So
Totally. Or do they like just put ramps on the trunk and then just drive the front wheels up onto the trunk, put it in neutral and tow it? That'd be fun.
Yep.
I see sketchier shit driving home from work. That is so. Yeah, Neal, thank you so much for talking to us about this, and you embody the spirit that we wanted to do this. Does anybody else have like questions or my?
No, I'm just happy Neal's still with us after the rough couple of weeks he's had.
Seriously, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I really would. I'm sure your wife feels a little more impassioned about this, but I personally would like it if you'd be around for another 10 years or so. Yeah.
Also, if we just had like good health care, they could just actually take care of you and figure out what actually happened to you and then give you some medicine.
Support your local NPR station, apparently.
It would be crazy. Yeah. It would be crazy if the I don't want much out of healthcare. Just like when I go in for something, maybe have some help getting it taken care of. That's all I ask. It's tiny. It's a tiny ask.
That's weird.
That's literally their job is to tell you what's wrong and then
every
fix
other
it.
other country has got it down, but like we're like no.
And I've had government health care for 30 years, and you're the first person that's ever made me feel good about having my current healthcare situation. Because I have to like walk in and be like, I have to give my primary care manager like orders. Hey, I want to look this and look at this. Well, they're not going to do this. Didn't ask you what they want. Asked you to do this. Hover over him and be intimidating.
Sir, yes, sir.
Yeah. So,
well, I'm just happy I didn't cough through this whole thing, which tells me that I'm on the mend if I didn't cough through this, because up until here it has been something. So, and people look at when you cough these days, people look at you. What are you even doing out in public, you terrible person? Even though I know I'm not contagious, it's just settled in there. But whatever.
All right. So
feel better.
Thank you.
The show schedule for this year is done. This was the last event.
Yes.
But in another 2 months, Lemons is going to release next year's schedule. And you're going to want to go look at shows. Okay. They've got Rally right here, and then they've got the shows. Go look at the shows because they're going to have them. And there's more than one. And these are just, these really cool events. And after listening to Neal, I'm going to have to just find a lame excuse to go. Just drive something stupid and get it in the show. This is going to be.
I know it sounds like an excuse for you to buy another car, Mental.
Seriously, my wife can hear this, dude. Come on.
This is your goal, to get the 912 back together, Mental.
Not cool, Losey. Not cool.
I think if I take anything to a Concourse of Lemons, it'd be the 914. But get the 912 back together. It'll be hilarious. It'll be great on that one. Do we have Adjust the Tip or Hella Sweet or any of that stuff?
Yeah.
I'll give you a Just the Tip.
Oh, great.
Okay. Great. Let's do it.
Yeah. So if you are hanging insulation in your garage, you should wear
like you do
long pants and long sleeves and gloves and a respirator and protective eye goggles, not just like glasses, but like
to do it.
You shut your ass. And you,
it's one of the few jobs the checkbook is the best tool to use.
Because they'll show up with all of their protective gear.
There are too many jobs in this garage that require the checkbook, so I am doing all of the ones that I can possibly manage.
Chris, he's retiring. They don't have money, and they have plenty of time.
Poor. I'm a poor guy from Maine. Yeah. You know what I'm gonna pay somebody to do? I'm gonna pay somebody to put the vent in the roof I'm going to pay a guy to like spray foam the walls. Like those are I'm like picking my spots. I got to pick my spots. So yeah, itchy fiberglass sucks. Don't do it.
Then couldn't you just jump in the lake? You're supposed to have.
Yes.
Yes.
I actually did. I'm
glad because
yeah,
it's cold.
Ask Blizzard about his experience with working with fiberglass with the Bricklin. It was much like this. Itchy was building a fiberglass Lemons car. So
it's not good.
There's a Bricklin that has been on Facebook Marketplace for like a year, and it just keeps taunting me every day. And what I keep doing is I keep sending it to Chris Bush because it's Canadian, but he's not biting on that hook. So yeah.
Yeah, if it was a gull wing, he'd buy in.
All Bricklins are gull wings. You just have to make them for if you want to run it in a Lemons race, you have to change it. But yeah,
it's a great Concourse car.
He's a great.
I'm just saying.
Yes.
Or rally.
A rally.
Or a wonderful rally car. All right. I know the answer to this question. Do we have any idea what we're talking about next week?
No.
Negative.
Figure something out.
We'll figure it out. If you got an idea, drop us a line. I'm going to be a bit of an asshole here.
Oh,
I apologize in advance.
Oh.
Because our man Neal is notorious for being appropriately humble, and it's one of a myriad of things that we love about him. But Neal Losey, as you guys have talked, as we've talked about, he is also, in addition to being a winemaker, he is a National Public Radio DJ. And out of character, he mentioned a few weeks ago that they have an online app for KCBH, which is, KCBX. And you can get this app. Literally just type in the KCBX NPR app and you can listen to them live, but you can also listen to their recorded shows. Why am I telling you this, listener? I'm telling you this because you can get every episode of The Morning Cup with Neal Losey, which it's just his good music, alt rock, jazz, all that kind of stuff. Tunes you're going to like. And even if you don't recognize them, you're going to dig them. But if you're a little edgier, Neal also has this one, The Night Train Show. Soul, fuck, R&B, throw it.
The Night Train is legit. Like, highly recommend. Highly recommend.
You don't have to live in the Central Valley to get this kind of awesome access.
And you can listen to them any place, and you can listen to it anytime. It's all on demand too. So if you need to get funky on a Tuesday afternoon, you don't have to just listen to it on a Saturday night. It's there to listen to anytime. And the same thing with the Morning Cup, which is a daily show every weekday from 9 to noon. And then the Night Train is 9 to midnight on Saturdays. But again, you can listen to them anytime. And the app is super easy, and it connects with CarPlay and Android Auto. And
I don't know what tomorrow holds for me. We're recording this on a Monday just because it's rare. I am 99% certain I'm going to need to get funky on tomorrow afternoon coming home.
Nick Pond listens almost every day.
Yeah. See,
which is pretty cool. He'll send me
anybody
pictures
knows
of stuff that kind of go along with what I'm playing, which is sort of fun.
That is so great.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to push socially?
It really is like fantastic. Check it out.
I appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate that. I love doing it. So that helps. I've been doing it for 29 years or something like that, and I love it. I've been able to be in the same job for 29 years doing something I love. That's a lot of fun, and it's just it's just great. I'm lucky that way.
I mean, everybody does that. They work for the same company for 29 years.
Yeah, but not all of them love it. So I think that's the appeal. Is it just anything you find anyone that enjoys their job, and especially if it's producing something for consumption, you're always going to be happy with that one. So the reason we had to go at 5:45 today instead of 5:30 is I still do my appointments with Jess Beeching, the junkyard massage, and it is done just wonders for my mobility. But we do video conferences every Monday, and I am at least 70% less pain than I had this time a year ago. So
how does she do with ribs? Anything on that?
I bet she could do something. I don't have rib pain, but I bet she could do something.
I do. So there's that.
I will send you her information, and she will walk you through some stuff. It has been an amazing experience. So,
Are they St. Louis or baby back?
They're bruised.
Whatever.
I could smoke a rib like nobody's business.
Yeah, mine's
That's where
already
I'm going. Yeah.
broken-ish. So there's that.
I want to tie that all back to enthusiasm. There's this entire community of Lemons people, and they just find things that they love, be it old weird cars that they bring to Concourse, or old weird cars that they take on rallies, or old weird cars that they race because they saw a band that they really love out of the Pacific Northwest, and they built a tribute to it. And by the way, I don't know if you've been watching Stuart Fails to Save the Universe, Neal, but I have. And every time I see him talk, every time I see Bert up there, and I'm like, enjoy your diarrhea. But
Enjoy your diarrhea.
yeah, it's just this wonderful little kind of sparkly thread that works through my world of all these people that I've met doing this silly hobby that love what they do. And you are absolutely one of the embodiments of that. So thank you so much for coming on the show.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Thanks for being here, Neal.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll run into each other at a race before long. That's just how it works. Yeah.
That seems to be how that happens. So yeah.
Please feel better. Please feel better.
Yeah,
Neal.
because
I've been wanting to get myself in better, feeling better because I've got Pacific coming up as well, where we're going to take the Volvo again to go race.
You'll
Pacific,
see Chris.
so.
You'll see Chris there. So
Yeah. Yes, that's right. So there we go.
Yep. Like I said, it'll happen.
Yep.
see you soon.
Go fast. Don't die. Please.
And in December, I think we're all buying Boss Hog suits to judge Road Atlanta.
Yes, that's the plan.
It's going to be so great.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks everybody. Great to talk to you.
Yep.
Nice seeing you.
See you
Bye.
next time.
Yep. Thanks, everybody.
Yep.
Bye.
Thanks for downloading us. We hope you enjoyed this week's edition of Everyone Racers. We also hope you will join us in the world of driving, racing, and building, because everyone can be a racer, even you. If you enjoyed this podcast, subscribe. It's totally free. Then go to iTunes and give us a 5-star rating. Even if you hated us, give us 5 stars and tell us why. If you have any questions or show ideas, drop us a comment on our Facebook page, Everyone Racers, or email us at everyone.racers@gmail.com. You can still text us at 484-243-0455. Find us on Instagram at everyone.racers, YouTube and Facebook under Everyone Racers, or even Reddit at /E1R. Thanks again, and until next week, keep the shiny side up, unless, like us, there is no shiny side, then just keep those wheels down.